and still you say you are just a normal girl. But normal girls can't do those things, Christina.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Jason Zelda coming to you today with a different kind of video this time. For those of you who are used to tuning in and hearing me do videos on religious topics, this video has nothing to do with religion. This one is actually me keeping a promise that I made a while back, and this has been many months in the works to try to get this up and running. When I was young, my dream, if I was to use a modern reference, was to do what Taylor Swift and Adele does. They write their songs, they make their music videos, and they go all over the world and perform their music. That has been my dream ever since I was a teenager. But as you can see by the number of gray hairs on my head, I am not a teenager anymore, but I never gave up on the dream. I never had the family support, and I was never guided to the right people that could put me where I needed to be musically. Over the years, I never lost my desire to be a musician. I've written hundreds of songs. I backed off from my music quite a bit over the years. Even had a major setback around 2001 where my house had gotten broken into, and the thieves walked off with my stereo, my video games, and my safe. And in my safe I had over 400 original songs and melodies that I had written, stretched out on about 23 cassettes. All that music was gone. I did manage to back up some of it back then, but I didn't know much about MP3 back then, so I ended up compressing some of these cassettes too much to where there's a lot of squeaking noise and it destroys the musical quality that I had made back then. But I was not able to back up all of them, so some of the music is lost and I'll never get it back. But since I didn't have anybody to really guide me in the direction I needed to go to get me on the musical road that I wanted to be on, I decided to do something different. One of my mottos, as I've mentioned in one of my earlier religious videos, I'm a man of many mottos, and one of my mottos is, no good deed will go unnoticed on my world. When somebody does something nice for me, I try to return the favor in spades, because it's not often that it happens. During my journey down here, I've had the opportunity of meeting some very talented people. And although they are very talented, they are not very well known. So I wanted to take an opportunity to introduce you all to some of these people who have touched my life in various different ways. They are all artists of one kind or another. Some are singers, some are songwriters, some are musicians, some are authors, some are artists who can paint and draw and sculpt, and some just touched me in other ways. So what I wanted to do was I wanted to put together a video doing for them what I wish had been done for me when I was growing up, to make them known to you, in hopes that by the time this video is done, maybe you'll have found a new artist that you like to listen to, a new song that becomes your favorite song, or maybe a work of art that you'd like to acquire. Maybe you would end up becoming friends with these people, as I have. All of them have blessed me in one way or another, so I want to introduce you all to them. The first one I want to start off with is Mary James. Mary James goes by the name of Mean Mary. I've had the honor of knowing Mary for probably about 10 years now, maybe more than 10 years. She has quite the story, a prodigy in many different ways. Singer, songwriter, musician, author, had her own TV show for a while. But this is a lady who went through a lot of adversity to get where she is. At age 4, she was already mastering the guitar. As time went on, she began to get even better and better, singing and songwriting and things of that nature. Early in life, she ended up in a car accident. And in the car accident, she ended up having her vocal cords paralyzed. Part of her vocal cords ended up getting paralyzed in the accident, and it really put her out of commission for a while. But she was determined she was not going to let it keep her down. And she fought back and fought back and fought back. And when you hear her voice today, I think you'll be as awed as I am. That this lady is an inspiration on so many levels. Incredibly beautiful, incredibly talented. I've had the honor of meeting her, her mom, her brother, and her husband. And she has been a really, really amazing inspiration to me. That you never give up on your dream. So what I want to do is I want to introduce you to the music of Mean Mary. I believe she plays 11 instruments. Very talented. Her newest album right now is called Sweet. Isn't it sweet? This is one of her DVDs of live performances. She plays guitar, as I mentioned. And this is one of her guitar books where you can learn how to play her music. And she has the chords and everything on there for you to be able to play along. She has t-shirts on her website. This is my Mean Mary t-shirt that I got from her. Thankful for that. And I respect this lady so much, I actually put together this, which is a collection of her stuff that I've acquired over the years. All Mean Mary stuff that I hang on my wall just to remind me of the inspiration that she is. She has many albums that are out, CDs, shirts, various other things. You'll find her website at meanmary.com. Meanmary.com. You can book her. She'll come out and perform for you. And if you want to hear what her music sounds like, she classifies it as Americana. It's a combination of a lot of things. So what I want to do is I want to introduce you to her music first. So let me give you over to the music of Mean Mary.
And with my voice I can make the bells ring. Christmas, I feel the spirit. I may not see it, but I sure can hear it. I know I'm getting near it when I hear the sound all around. Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding dale. Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, it's Christmas Day.
If you think you should, well, all right out the door. Sorry that you're leaving, but that's the only thing, one thing I'm sorry for. In this I November
Though my steed had the stronger will, the iron horse had the longer stride.
I've been down like a sparrow on the ground. I've been lost on the river that won't flow. I've been hurt, and I've been weeping, sad and lonely for some love belongs to hold me. I've been down.
Oh, little babe, finally sitting by the sea, just K-I-S-S-I-N-G. They're getting in line one by one. Oh, he's next, you're done.
So that's the music of Mean Mary. Hopefully you guys like the sound, like the style. Again, her website, meanmary.com. Wonderful lady, great heart, great smile, great personality, and hope you'll enjoy that. But maybe Americana is not your flavor. Maybe you like something with a little bit more sass to it. Maybe you like your music with a little bit more jazz in it. If that's the case, I have just the person for you. Her name is Katrina Marie. Katrina Marie is out of Boston, Massachusetts. As you see, she's very attractive, beautiful lady, very talented with a very, very unique voice. She actually sent me this autographed CD many years ago, and I hang it on my wall as, again, another lady who's a major inspiration to me musically. Very, very classy, very stylish. But the voice, her voice is very unique. So if you like the jazzy, sultry sound, a bluesy, sassy sound, you're about to get it right now. I want to introduce you to the music of Katrina Marie. You'll find her website, by the way, at KatrinaMarieBand.com. KatrinaMarieBand.com. You'll find her music, a little bit more about her, and what I want to do is just play you a little bit of her music and let you hear that voice of hers that's really, I'm hoping, going to make her super famous. This is the music of Katrina Marie.
How does it feel to feel the pain of regret?
Now, maybe Americana's not quite your flavor. Maybe jazz and blues and sultry sounds are not quite your thing. Maybe you just like to rock it out. I got no problem with that. Maybe you just want to bang that head a little bit. I got no problem with that. Bang it out. I got just the artist for you. I've had the opportunity of knowing this lady for a while, although I've never had a chance of meeting her. She and I have spoken a number of times. She does a video game program on the Twitch network online, twitch.tv/Kira Komura. With her music, from the very first song, I was hooked. Her name is Kira Lee Nesser. And Kira Lee is the ultimate Clark Kent Superman style girl. When you see her normally, she's just an ordinary girl wearing glasses, calm, low key, the whole 9 yards. But you put an electric guitar around her shoulder, a microphone in front of her, and some fans, and all of a sudden, Kira Lee Nesser becomes Kira Lee. Getting it done on the stage, rocking it out, banging that head, and getting us all rocking. Her music has gotten me through so many days on the highway where I just dropped a convertible top, turned the radio up to 10, and blasted off. It's just really, really good music. She used to be part of a band called She's Not Dead, and this is the t-shirt from her old band, She's Not Dead. Strange name for a band, but hey, the music rocks, and when you hear the music, you'll know why she's not dead. You can't die when that music's rocking that hard, man. It's just really good stuff. I've taken the opportunity to take some of her music as well and showcase it, because I really appreciate her, and I really appreciate the music that she's put together. Her album from the She's Not Dead album is called Take My Life. The music really rocks. I mean, song after song after song. She really knows how to put it together. She writes these songs, she sings them. She had put this band together. They really did an awesome job, and the band's not together anymore. So she ended up doing a solo album called Dark Skies. And Dark Skies, again, absolutely incredible music by Kira Lee. So I'm going to introduce you to her music. The link to her music is going to be below the video. The She's Not Dead songs are located at she'snotdead.bandcamp.com. She's Not Dead.bandcamp, bandcamp.com. You can hear some samples of her music, but I'm going to give you some right here and right now because I really like her music and I want you guys to like it as well. So without any further ado, I'm going to hand you over to the amazing singer, songwriter, and rocker, Kira Lee Nesser.
See the world the way you see before. Not only part of the 33% of all the winners.
The next artist I want to introduce you all to is a different kind of artist. This is a lady who has been through a lot of adversity and is still going through a lot of adversity today. Her name is Nikki Cups, but she goes under the name of Nikki Bruises. So if you want to find her, you'll find her under the name Nikki Bruises. Nikki Bruises has gone through a lot of things in her life, including contracting Lyme's disease, which those of you who may not know much about what Lyme's disease is, here's a video to sort of explain what it is.
Lyme disease is an illness that's caused by bacteria carried by infected ticks. If you've been bitten by a tick and show any of the early symptoms of Lyme disease, you should see a doctor. Lyme disease has 3 stages: early localized, early disseminated, late. Early localized stage Lyme disease. Typically, a large raised red spot, or erythema migrans, appears at the site of the bite, usually on the thigh, buttock, or trunk, or in the armpit. The spot usually disappears after about 3 to 4 weeks. About 25% of infected people never develop, or at least never notice, the characteristic red spot. Early disseminated stage Lyme disease. This stage begins when the bacteria spread through the body. Fatigue, chills, fever, headaches, stiff neck, muscle aches, and painful swollen joints are common. In nearly half of people who are not treated, more, usually smaller erythema migrans spots appear on other parts of the body. People have a backache, nausea, vomiting, sore throat, swollen lymph nodes, and an enlarged spleen. The nervous system is affected in about 15% of people. Common problems are meningitis and Bell palsy. About 8% of infected people have irregular heartbeats or arrhythmias, and inflammation of heart tissue, myocarditis, and the sac around the heart, pericarditis, with chest pain. Irregular heartbeats may cause palpitations, lightheadedness, or fainting. Late-stage Lyme disease. If the initial infection is untreated, other problems develop months to years later. Arthritis develops in more than half of people, usually within several months. Swelling and pain typically recur in a few large joints, especially the knee, for several years. Cysts may develop and rupture behind the knees, suddenly increasing the pain. A few people develop abnormalities related to brain and nerve malfunction. Mood, speech, memory, and sleep may be affected.
So she managed to contract this. It was detected too late, so the doctors weren't able to do anything, and she deals with this on a daily basis. It's very painful for her, puts her out of commission a lot. But this is a lady who has decided she's not going to sit back and pout. She's not going to sit back and make excuses. She's going to fight her way through, and she's going to use her talents to push toward the goal that she set for herself. She draws, she paints, and she sculpts. She's recently put up a new website, and we're going to put the name of it on the screen for you guys so that you guys can see some of the work. That's not all the work that she's done, but she's still uploading more and more stuff up that she's doing. But you can acquire her, contact her if you want some art drawn or want her to make something for you. Nikki Bruises is the place to go. Very talented. I've had the opportunity to speak to her several times on the phone. Although we haven't spoken on the phone for a while, I have had the opportunity to communicate with her through her video game channel on twitch.tv/Nikki_Bruises. I think you guys will like some of the art that she does. So what I want to do is just post for you on the screen some of the art that she's drawn, some of the paintings that she's drawn, and a sculpture that she made. I'm going to sort of do a step-by-step and let you see as the sculpture was being put together. Very talented lady, very beautiful lady, really sweet-hearted lady, Nikki Bruises. So hopefully you guys will enjoy the artwork that she's put together. And I'm going to put some of my music in the background to some of her art, and hopefully you guys will like the presentation for her.
She's so original. Oh, she's so original. She's so original.
thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this quick sketch of a new comic that I'm working on. Hopefully there'll be more uploads like these, and tune into twitch.tv/Nikki_bruises to watch live renditions of art and gaming. Hit that sub button. Bye!
The next artist I'd like to introduce you all to, I've introduced some people to before. I've had the honor of knowing this lady for, maybe 5 years now, maybe a little longer than that. Her name is Karen Joy Curl. Now, don't be confused by the spelling, because the spelling is not the way you would think you would spell Karen. It's Caryn, Curl, Karen Curl. Karen Curl spent 6 years writing a novel. 6 long years writing a novel. She gave me the rough draft to proofread. And I'm not one to sit back and read a lot of books, so I converted her proofreading text to MP3 and listened to it while I was on the job. It came out to 14 hours. But it's a very, very good novel. I think she did an incredible job for a lady that's never done this before, and I give her 2 thumbs up, big time, for that novel. Now, what happened after 6 years of writing it, she wanted to put it up on Amazon immediately, and I told her, don't do that. No, you need to promote it first. You need to get people to see your face and know who you are and care about the novel, care about you as an author, so that they'll want to know what it is that you've written. Don't just throw it out there, because if you just throw it out there, there's people releasing books every day. You're going to get lost amongst all these other books that are being released every day. But in her excitement, she went and posted it up to Amazon eBooks, and just as I told her, it fell right through the cracks and went down into the unknown. I feel that her novel is good enough that it should be in a higher position than where it is. It's only $2.99, and as I say, if you look at the website, we're going to put it up there on the screen for you. It's got 5 stars. For all the people who have purchased a novel, who was able to find it, 5 stars, guys. They see it's a great novel. So what I want to do, years ago, I took the opportunity to take her out to a park, put a camera in front of her, and you're going to see she's not very comfortable being in front of a camera. But I wanted her to do a bit of an interview to sort of introduce herself and to introduce her novel. Her novel is called Harlot. Harlot. The image that's on the front, I made myself way back when I was just learning animation, so she wanted me to put together a book cover, and that's the book cover. So we see the 2 ladies there in a jail cell with the word Harlot written on the wall. I did that with my animation software. As I told her, I would do all I could to try to help promote her novel, and that's part of the promise that I'm keeping here today. So what I want to do is I want you guys to take a listen to the interview that I did with her, and let her explain who she is and a little bit about her novel. And hopefully, if you're into a good novel, you'll be able to check this out. And if you do, by the way, acquire the novel, please leave a comment, leave a review. It would really inspire her, because I care about her a lot. I haven't heard from her in a while. She got really down when her novel didn't make it as well as it should have. And I'm really wanting it to be a blessing to her. So if you read the novel, please leave a comment like the others have, so that I can help lift her spirits back up, because she said there's 2 more novels that she wants to write, but unless this one becomes a success, the other ones are not going to come to fruition. I don't want her to give up. I care about her too much, even though, like I say, I haven't heard from her in a while, although I've tried to reach her. Let's do this for her. So let me go ahead and play the interview and let you see her, let her explain a little bit about her novel, and hopefully you'll come to like it as much as I do. Her name, Karen Curl, Caryn, Carroll.
Hi, I'm Karen Joy Carroll, and I'm standing here on the edge of Percy Creek Lake in Smyrna, Tennessee, and I'm a Nashvilleian, and I am introducing my new novel. My first novel, actually. My first novel. It's new. This is a new thing for me. But for the past 6 years, I have been pining over this book. I have shed blood and tears over it because I want it to be accurate. I want it to be very accurate about life. But unfortunately, life is not very predictable. And so this book has took me on journeys that I didn't expect to go on, and I hope it takes you on a journey that you will enjoy. You will find laughter and you will find joy, but you'll also find some places that maybe need attending to, because life is hard. It's hard on our emotions, it's hard on our psyche, and it's hard on our relationships. And so that's why this series called The Renderings from Reality came about. I like to read fiction, but I like to escape in a story, but I also like to still be challenged. I like to be stretched. I like to become a better person as a result of what I've read. I would like to introduce my new book. My new novel is called Harlot. It's about two women from totally diverse backgrounds, and their lives collide, literally, and they begin to go on a journey parallel to each other, and they learn a lot about themselves as they go on this journey of self-discovery, and they learn about their pain and their grief that they're carrying around and how it's influencing their life and the decisions that they're making. And it's just a beautiful story, a story that will challenge you spiritually, it'll challenge you emotionally, but it'll also make you laugh in places, and hopefully just find something new in yourself that you can expound upon yourself and go on your own journey of self-discovery. I hope you like it. I love my characters. They're a piece of me now, and probably a little bit of me in both of them. So I hope you find something of yourself in this book, and you find yourself analyzing it enough to find something better in yourself. And I hope you enjoy it.
And lastly, as usual, I put myself last. For those of you who've been following the videos that I've done over the years, I'm a singer-songwriter. I've said that many times. I could be far better. I just don't have a lot of free time to actually practice my art. What I want to do is I want to present you guys a song that I wrote years ago. Some of you may be familiar with a comedian who died a while back named Joan Rivers. Joan Rivers came out with a documentary about herself called Joan Rivers, A Piece of Work. And in that documentary, she stated that no man's ever told her she's beautiful. Well, I can relate with that because all my life I was told that I was ugly. All my life. And after a while you start to believe it because you rarely ever hear anybody compliment you. At least that's the case with me. So when I heard her say that, my heart broke. And I'm like, well, wait a minute. If no man has ever told you you're beautiful, it just happens to be that I have the proper units to be a man. And I just happen to have a talent to be able to write music. And I have a bit of a talent to do animation as well, and do my own studio work. So I decided that I would sit down at 4:20 in the morning, many years ago, probably about 7 years ago now, and write Joan Rivers a song, and to make a music video to it. In the video, you're going to hear my voice, you'll hear the music that I was able to weave together to make for the song, and you'll also be able to see some of the animation that I do, as I made a younger version of Joan Rivers along with an avatar of myself in the video, and you'll be able to see that as well. I spent years trying to reach Joan Rivers to let her know that the video was there. I could never reach her. And it breaks my heart to know that she may have died never knowing that somebody had written a song for her and told her she's beautiful. I always cheer for the underdog. That's just me. Because I know what it's like. And I'm still reaching for that dream of being able to be the singer-songwriter like Taylor Swift and Adele. I mean, who knows? If you guys want, I can do some covers of Adele in future videos. If you're interested in that, just leave a comment underneath the video and I'll get to work on it because I love Adele's music. So guys, I hope you'll sit back and enjoy this music video that I put together for Joan Rivers to give you guys a sample of my voice, what I do. And by the way, all the singing voices that you hear in the video are me. I do all the voices, never auto-tuned. So if you hear what sound like, 8 or 9 people singing in harmony, I do all the voices. So I hope you guys enjoy it. This is my song for Joan Rivers.
Now, I was never the natural beauty. No man has ever told me I'm beautiful. They said to me, you look great, you look this, you're terrific. But no man ever said, oh my God, you're so beautiful.
Forgive me for taking so long, for long overdue are the words of this song. At 4:40 a.m. I'm writing this song for you. Right straight to the heart, that's where I want this song to go. For I wrote this song to tell you, Joan, that you're beautiful. God, you're so beautiful.
And we never know when you look at somebody from the outside what is really going on inside.
These are the words your heart longs to hear. I pray you'll believe what I'm saying, dear. The words that I tell you, they are both faithful and true. Right straight to the heart, that's where I want this song to go. And I wrote this song to tell you, Joan, that you're beautiful. God, you're so beautiful.
Age, it's the one mountain that you can't overcome. I have no one to say, do you remember? And that is very difficult.
And I wrote this song to tell you, Joan, that you're beautiful. God, you're so beautiful.
Well, folks, that just about does it. This is Jason Zelda, keeping a promise that I made. I believe if you give your word, you keep your word, and that's what I'm trying to do here today with this video. And I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I hope you've found some new artists that you really come to like and enjoy, and hopefully you like my music as well. You'll find my music at jasonzelda.com, jasonzelda.com for my music. So guys, until next we meet, may the grace of my God Jesus be with you. I'm Jason Zelda, and I'm tapping out. Good night, everybody.